beginning of a beautiful weekend of X-Files festivities.
For those unfamiliar, the X-Files was a show about two FBI agents, one a believer and one a skeptic, investigating cases of the unexplained. And that is a really simplistic summary, and there is a lot to it. The show was entertaining, smart, sophisticated, scary, emotional, and pushed the boundaries of television. It became a phenomenon with a fan base strong enough to have conventions like this one that I'm heading to.
I'm going to PhileFest, X-File with a PH being the name for fans of the X-Files.
PhileFest is being put on by a group of fans who created an events company called Off-Brand Events. And this convention is celebrating 30 years of the X-Files, if you can believe it.
And so there's a lot of really cool stuff lined up at this convention. A lot of the actors are going to be there. I started watching the X-Files in my youth, way too young, but it's one of the things I'm most grateful to my parents for letting me do, because it has, I think, made me who I am, and the show means a lot to me. So you're gonna probably see me cry. This is gonna be super over dramatic. You're gonna be like, what is wrong with this girl? It's just a TV show, and that's true. But I have so much identity tied up in it, and when I was younger I didn't really have many friends and people who shared my interests, and watching the X-Files was the most comforting thing in the world to me. So there's a lot baked into it, nostalgia and identity, and I'm just so grateful for the show. I'm gonna take you guys with me to the convention, show you everything I see, and have a good time. Let's go.
The event is being held at the Mall of America in Minnesota, and the Mall of America is the largest mall in the US, and as you can see by the theme park inside, it's pretty big. First order of business was checking in, and as soon as you step foot in the convention area, you see all of these really cool themed backdrops. We've got aliens, we've got Mulder's office, and a lot more. You could buy photos to get them signed, but I wanted to wait until tomorrow. Coming around the corner, you're in the room with actors and creatives from the show. I was making shocked Pikachu faces when I saw them. They were just right there, suddenly, and I don't even know what to do with myself.
What do the kids say? I'm crying in the club right now. Are you filming? We got this cool program celebrating 30 years of the X-Files.
The program we were given was so cool, just filled with all of these clever references to episodes in the show.
I'm fine. Here's the shirt I'm wearing today. It's from Jose Chung's From Outer Space, which is an episode I really like. It was really tough to choose which episode I wanted to represent on my shirt, but I found this on Etsy and I thought it was cool. We're headed to where the panels are, but the convention main area is on the 3rd floor west side, and the panels are happening 1st floor south side. So trying to figure out where we're going. I'm hoping we're not going to be super late.
No audio or video recording. Photographs are allowed.
We just got finished with the William B. Davis panel. He plays the cigarette smoking man in the X-Files, aka the best villain of all time. Filming was not allowed in the panel, so I couldn't film anything, but it was amazing listening to him talk. He's so well-spoken and eloquent. His answers were all so thoughtful, and it really felt like such a privilege to be able to hear him talk about the craft of acting and about his character. And now in 7 minutes, we're going to hear some other really exciting people talk, and then after that we're going to hear exciting people talk. It's just so weird to just be surrounded by characters from the X-Files, and to see people walking around with X-Files shirts on. I just feel like these are my people. I just made eye contact with Dwayne Barry, or the actor who plays Dwayne Barry. So we went to 2 more panels. The first one was Jerry Hardin, Larry Musser, Steve Railsbeck, and Stephen Williams. All of these iconic characters together, and they never knew each other in the context of the show, so they were never together in the show, but here they are, put together just for this convention, and it was so cool to listen to them. Stephen Williams is hilarious. Some of the things he said, I wish that filming had been allowed.
Next up was Agent Spender and Agent Pendrell, played by Chris Owens and Brendan Beiser.
That one was especially cool because those two are actually friends, and so they were like playing off each other the whole time. Everyone was laughing. Really funny, a lot of really cool anecdotes. It was a good time all around. Next up we have The Lone Gunman, and this is what I've been looking forward to forever. Oh, it's awesome. Just got out of the Lone Gunman panel, and it feels totally surreal to have been in the room, this iconic group. It was interesting to see their different personalities and how they play off each other. I just can't even believe that I was there watching them talk, and I feel like who would even think that 30 years on this is something that could even be possible, and I'm just so grateful that an X-Files convention can even happen again. I just feel so much gratitude. You know, life is short, so do things that make you happy. So weird. The juxtaposition of like everyone going about their lives here at the Mall of America, and here I am crying because I just saw The Lone Gunman, and like this is happening over my head. How many X-Files fans do you think are walking around this mall right now not knowing this is happening? Because conventions have happened in the past and I didn't know they were happening. You gotta be following the right like Instagram accounts. I learned my lesson big time, and that is why I'm here, because I followed the right Instagram accounts. I'm sort of wandering around kind of aimlessly. They're all the actors wandering around, and I don't know what to say. I feel like if I would go up to someone, I'd just start crying on them, and that would just be like awkward for everyone involved. So I'm just like watching from afar. In 2 hours, the doors open for a very exciting concert. It's an acoustic Bree Sharp concert.
Bree Sharp is best known to X-Files fans for her song David Duchovny, who plays Fox Mulder in the X-Files. I was absolutely obsessed with the entire album that song was on, and I thought she was so cool, so much so that I tried to look like her for my school picture by adding some gel to my hair to sort of make it look like hers looks on her album cover. I randomly got to show her that picture in 2015 after she was a surprise guest at David Duchovny's book signing, so that was something I never thought would happen. This is my first time really seeing her perform in concert, and so I am living out my childhood dream right now.
Hi, everybody. Hi. Everything's waiting. Hey, hey, hey. I sold my privacy so that I would always be free, and I can tell you that the best things are free. Proof of purchase. Cheap and evil girl will get away. Cheap and evil girl. And I can't wait anymore for things to discover me. I got a bad for David Duchovny. David Duchovny, why won't you love me? Why won't you love me? David Duchovny, I want you to love me. Listen to hug me, the way you love me. David Duchovny, I know you can love me. Sweet and I'm cuddly, I'm gonna kill Scully.
I'm happy to report that Bree Sharp is super nice in person, and she still has a great sense of humor about the picture and how similar we look.
Almost like that close.
And thus a new tradition is born.
I wanted to do a really quick debrief at the end of the first day, Friday. I would say that this has been one of the best days of my entire life. I guess that's the whole debrief. So, good night, and let's do it all over again tomorrow. Good morning. Today's day 2. So, latest update is Annabeth Gish and I smiled at each other. Skinner Mitch Pileggi winked at me, so I can go die now. Krajcek waved at me. What a treat. The 2 leads, Mulder and Scully, are not here, if you haven't noticed, but I'm okay with that. They've got busy schedules, and I've met them already. So, So I just got an autograph ticket and I'm a little confused if it means I can get multiple autographs on one image or just one autograph total. I guess we're gonna find out. That would be really weird that I've got this and can only get one autograph. The photo that I wanted isn't here today. I guess everyone wanted the same one that I do of the lone gunman. They're also out of t-shirts, except for like 4XL, but they said that they would add more sizes online. So I'm gonna go and try to get autographs. I'm just standing here like a deer in the headlights, holding this thing that I want autographed. I don't know what to say, so I'm just not doing anything. And I'm standing like 7 feet away from them, and they could probably hear me right now because I'm talking about this. I'm the most awkward person on the planet. This is embarrassing. I don't know what to do.
I finally mustered the courage to approach Bruce Harwood, and I was shy and awkward, but I took a deep breath and I told myself to pull it together. And then after that, I was able to have a normal conversation with him. And then I moved over to Tom Braidwood, who played Frohickey, and he's just so cool, and I made silly small talk that I barely remember, so I'm glad I have it on camera. And then I went over to Dean Hagland, who played Langley in the show, and I talked to him for a bit, and by that time, talking to the lone gunman was totally normal for me, and so I felt totally relaxed and was not so ridiculously starstruck.
I did it. I got their signatures here with Byers, his character named Byers. We talked about The Prisoner. If you have seen my videos for Atlas Obscura, I was not too long ago in Port Merion, which is a town in Wales that's really architecturally unique, and it is where a show from the 60s called The Prisoner was filmed. And he was talking about that show in the panel that the Lone Gunman did yesterday. He was saying how it's his favorite show of all time. He's obsessed with it. That was Scully's mother that I just waved at. X-Files things. With Dean, or Langley, I asked him when he made the decision to cut his hair, because if you've seen the show, he always has really long hair. And he said...
Are you sneak in your picture?
Hold
I just
on.
got
What's
there.
them? Oh, nice.
What is this? Maybe I should just stand here and like flag the actors by. So where was I? With Langley. I bought a flash drive where he's going to put his last ever improv show. For years he's been doing this improv show, and tonight is going to be his last one. I don't have tickets for it, but it's going to be filmed. And so tomorrow I go back with the flash drive that he signed, and he's going to upload it onto the flash drive. So I'll have a copy. This day is starting out pretty swell. Just had some lunch, not making the same mistake as yesterday where I was like shaking, so all I had was coffee. So I'm eating now, and then there are a bunch of panels after, and I'm not sure who's first because there have been some schedule changes. I really hope that people watching this, like the X-Files, have seen the show. Otherwise, this is super boring for you, but this is really exciting for me.
Next up was the Skinner, Monica Reyes, and Krychek panel, and here are some photos. By the way, I learned that though audience members couldn't film the panels, they did get filmed more in an official capacity, so I'll include those links below. Next up was the panel of Scully and Mulder family members, so there was Mulder's mom and Scully's mom and siblings. How cool is that? This was a really insightful panel, I liked it a lot. After this came the creatives panel, which was absolutely incredible to see all of these people on stage who were so instrumental in the creation and detail and storylines and everything of the show we all love so much. I mean, look at the names on the screen.
I'm back in the car now. It was just panel, just one after the other. When I get back to the hotel room, I will do more of a debrief. Welcome to the hotel room. The Skinner, Monica Reyes, Krychek panel, so Mitch Pileggi, Annabeth Gish, and Nicholas Lee. That one was really fun, just getting to hear from them and sort of hear what they've been up to. The next one was family members of Mulder and Scully. I would never have thought that I would be able to see these people all together. They're all so talented, and Melinda McGraw, who plays Melissa, Scully's sister, said some really wonderful things about
the actors strike and the writers strike, and basically what it means to be a creative person and to make art, and that compared to AI. And some of the things she said were just really poignant. But also at the end of the panel there was the question posed about what the X-Files meant to them all then, joining the show, and what it means to them now 30 years later. I think everyone, there was not a dry eye in the house. It just was a wonderful moment for us all to remember this connection that we all share with each other, and that was really special. And then the creatives panel was incredible. I mean, so beautiful to see on the 30th anniversary. Just hearing them talk with each other, sharing memories from the show and the way particular episodes got made, got written, their inspirations. I could have listened to them talk hours and hours and hours. And afterwards, I got a picture with Chris Carter. He was taking pictures with other people, so I was like, all right, I'm just gonna ask. I had actually met Chris Carter a while back in Saratoga Springs for the opening of the X-Files Preservation Collection, which is sort of an X-Files museum that has a lot of screen-used props and things. I made a video about it. The photo that I had with him in Saratoga Springs, he was wearing a mask, so it was still an incredibly meaningful experience for me, but the photo itself, you can't really tell who it is. So now I have this wonderful photo that I will remember forever. Chris Carter, the creator of the X-Files. I'm going to lie in bed and probably fall asleep in 2 minutes. So I'll see you tomorrow. En route again to the Mall of America for the last day of the convention. We're arriving at like 10:15. I'm going up to the Lone Gunman booth where I'm going to talk to Dean Haglund, who plays Langley. He's going to transfer the video of his show that he performed last night, so I can have it forever.
Hi. Is that recording too? Ah, look at that. Oh, I didn't know I did backlit. All these times people, that's so sad. No. No, you too. Yeah.
30 years.
These banners got auctioned off after the event, which was kind of cool. I was just standing over there filming really stupid stuff in front of the backdrops, and Larry Musser walked by and took a photo with me.
What's your first name? Did we meet?
Bridget.
Bridget.
I don't think we met.
We didn't meet. I'm Larry.
Yeah. People are just, they're all so generous and like are totally cool, just like popping in for a quick hello. So it's about 12:30. There's still some creatives here, and there may be some more people in the photo op area. And I'm sort of just standing here, trying to just take it all in and appreciate being here, because today's the last day, and I don't know when I'll ever be, you know, in a room surrounded by so many X-Files people. So I'm just trying to appreciate it and stare at people from afar, which is totally normal. We're back to the convention area. We shopped a little bit, and now we're just sitting here, hanging out, looking around. I just wanted to come back one last time because there's a panel on the other side of the mall, and then after that we're just leaving. The convention is almost over. So I just wanted to come back to this area, see what's going on. A lot of the creatives are still there for autographs, and there's still a huge line for Chris Carter's booth. You guys would be so proud of me. I haven't cried once today. I think the shock has worn off, and there are some actors who are just wandering around, being super friendly with everyone. It's such a friendly environment. Like, literally one of the actors saw me and he was like, oh hey, and I was like, hey, see you at the panel. They're all just people, and I know that, but they're still special people. So I'll see you at the panel, and then that'll be it. Ugh. The final panel was for the X-Files Fan Retrospective, a documentary featuring cast, crew, and fans reminiscing about the show. And if you're a fan of the X-Files, I highly recommend checking out Lauren and Carly's YouTube channel, where you can see all of the interviews.
We are the three fans that came up with the wacky idea to do this, and we're like, it's 30th anniversary, we gotta do something, right? And so we decided to throw the biggest X-Files party we could possibly come up with, and I think we succeeded, and that's all because of you. That's all because of you. And so, from the bottom of my heart, I just want to say thank you so much for attending. Thank you so much for having a good time. so much for supporting everybody that came up here, supporting the X-Files. We love you, and the last thing I have to say is, agents, you are dismissed. Thank you.
Okay, I did cry today. My heart is filled with love. Walking out of the mall for the last time this weekend. It's so weird to think like, hey, I just took a weekend trip to Minneapolis. Oh, what'd you do? Oh, I spent every single day at the mall. I did not do anything aside from the Mall of America and like get food and bring it back to the hotel room. But it's been one of the greatest weekends of my life.
And there you have it, 3 days of X-Files mania. A gigantic thank you to Off-Brand Events for putting this all together, and to everyone who made the show and fandom what it is. I hope you all enjoyed attending the convention with me. Please consider subscribing if you haven't already, and I'll see you next time.